Well, as an anchor and reporter, CTV's Michele Brunoro is used to telling other people's stories. She never thought one day she'd be telling her own.
Last year, Michele was one of more than 3,800 women in British Columbia diagnosed with breast cancer. Tonight, we begin a series as she looks back on her journey.
Michele's hope, and the hope of all of us here at CTV, that her story will raise awareness and let other women know they're not alone.
This is CTV News with Michele Brunoro.
January of 2019, I was still working.
In a statement, Fraser Health says
Still telling other people's stories, but off air, my life had been turned upside down, and those close to me were in shock.
Disbelief. I felt like, oh, they've got it wrong.
But doctors weren't wrong. I had breast cancer.
And you can see that there's a hypoechoic mass right in the area where there's that palpable lump.
Yeah, so that's what we're feeling. Hey?
Right, exactly.
Within weeks of diagnosis,
You had a ductal cancer, the invasive ductal cancer.
I would be undergoing surgery. At that point, no one could tell me what stage my cancer was or whether it had spread.
This monitors your oxygen saturation.
Tests showed the tumor was small, but Dr. Rhonda Jansen cautioned me it could be significantly bigger, with so-called fingers hidden on imaging because of dense breast tissue. Doctors also identified a second area of concern. I'd been given the choice of a lumpectomy or a mastectomy. With so many unknowns and the experience of my mom, a breast cancer survivor, I chose the mastectomy.
So when you go over to recovery and you wake up after surgery, you want to let the nurses know kind of where your pain level's at.
I felt strangely at peace as I waited for surgery, and somehow my mom kept all of us laughing.
So there it goes. Okay.
But the laughter abruptly ended and my courage faded as I walked the long hallway to the operating room.
They're going to take really good care of you.
The goal for the medical team, remove all the cancer and do immediate reconstruction.
We always try to do the safest, simplest, straightforward thing for the patient given their cancer care, because there's always that chemotherapy and radiation schedule to consider in the background.
When I came out of surgery, nurses helped get my nausea under control. I would go home that same day, as all mastectomy patients surprisingly do, but it would be 2 weeks until the pathology was back. It would bring good news. Though a small second area of cancer was found in my breast, my tumor was less than 2 centimeters. My cancer was stage 1.
You had 3 sentinel lymph nodes removed, and none of them had tumor cells in it, so it hadn't spread there. The other good thing is the blood vessels and the lymph vessels in the breast were clear.
Despite this, Dr. Jansen cautioned I might need more treatment and would see an oncologist. Just a formality, I thought. But cancer is complicated, and I would soon learn my battle was only just beginning. Michele Brunoro, CTV News, Abbotsford.
And we're so glad to have Michele back here at CTV News. You know at home the incredible work that she does. In Mijang, you know how difficult it is to look back on that journey and tell viewers that story. It is very personal.
Definitely, and it's brought back a lot of memories. 7 years ago, I had breast cancer, and the story was very similar. I was anchoring that day when I found out the diagnosis. And Michele, you know what, to her credit, she's done a great job of writing about it and letting people know about the journey. And I know through my experience, a lot of women have reached out to me saying that has helped them. So I'm glad that Michele's doing this as well.